Hey, it's Landon Long of InterviewMastermind.com, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can learn my secrets to getting a good job in today's crappy economy. But before we get started, I just want you to know that this video is not going to be all sales pitchy or anything. I made this video because I wanted it to be more like a conversation, so you can decide for yourself if the unspoken rules of getting hired is in fact for you. I'm not going to be doing any sort of high-pressure sales tactics or any fancy-pants Jedi mind tricks on you, but I do have a lot of information to share with you. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, I want to ask you a question. Are you having any luck right now looking for a job in this economy? If you're like most job seekers, I'm guessing the answer is no. And I'm guessing that also like most job seekers, you have no idea why. Because let's face it, you're tired. Tired of being afraid that you won't ever find a job in this shitty economy. Tired of sending out resumes for jobs you know you're perfect for, but getting zero response. And tired of being frustrated because you have no experience. I know how you feel because I was once there too. I still remember what it was like being the average job seeker with a mountain of debt and no income to even chip away at it. But then I uncovered something so powerful that it changed my life forever. And listen, this is my story, but it could just as easily be your story too. We're all in this together, trust me on that. I've never done anything like this, so I'm just going to jump in and you try to keep up. Things get hairy and people always get weird when I tell them how I landed a $60,000 a year job offer in under 2 months right after college. But before we go any further, I need to set the record straight. I'm not one of those guys who got hooked up with a job from one of their daddy's golf buddies. My parents were blue-collar immigrants, and I grew up knowing nothing about the corporate world. Let me put your mind at ease by pulling the curtain back and showing you exactly what happened. For the first time ever, here's the backstory behind the job hunt that landed me an entry-level salary that surpassed 95% of my graduating class in the nation. It all started in my senior year of college when I thought my future was set. I had an internship lined up, an assurance from my supervisor's supervisor, and the senior director of the company that my position was secure. And then suddenly, my golden future slipped right through my fingertips. Just before graduation, the vice president of the company decided conditions weren't right for hiring, and 4 out of 5 interns expecting a position, including myself, were denied the careers we'd been promised at the last minute. Frankly, I was scared out of my mind, and for good reason, because I had no experience, my GPA was only a 3.17, it was spring quarter, and I had no other job leads, and most companies had already finished hiring. I spent 4 years of college and I had nothing to show for it. These were the thoughts that went through my mind. What would my parents say when they realized I wasted a huge chunk of their life savings on a degree that I couldn't even use? I might have to take a part-time job to make ends meet. That meant moving back with my parents and dealing with, living with my parents again. And that meant I could pretty much count on being single for the rest of my life. I gathered all my remaining self-esteem and hit the streets, applying for hundreds of positions. And you know what? I got 2 replies. You might be thinking, well, that's better than 0, right? Wrong. My quote-unquote replies were 2 letters in the mail that looked something like this. Thank you for your interest in blank company. Your qualifications have been carefully reviewed. However, in relation to our current needs, we are unable to offer you a position. We will retain your application in our files. If our needs should change requiring your particular skills and experience, you may be reconsidered. We wish you every success. Best regards, Human Resources. Ever seen one of these before? And I found out later, one of the positions went to someone in my class.